The stars align when we don't expect them to. For the last couple of years, fans have been waiting anxiously to see Lionel Messi and Neymar play side by side once again. Is it happening this year? Manchester City ran rings around Paris Saint Germain during the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Where did it all go wrong for Mauricio Pochettino? Manchester United are set to test Daniel Levy's resolve by submitting their first bid for Tottenham striker Harry Kane. It's not happening, is it? Jose Mourinho has found a new home, but we do have our reservations about it. All this and more coming your way in today's episode of Goalside News. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Let's not make you wait any further and get right to it. Fan representation at Liverpool. Liverpool owners are set to give the club's fans representation at Anfield as the American ownership continues to feel the backlash from the ill-thought European Super League fallout. Liverpool owners Fenway Sports Group have met with Red supporters to discuss a potential reconstitution of the club's board, as well as the fallout from the failed Super League plot. John W. Henry, the principal owner, was forced to apologise for that after a series of demonstrations outside Anfield and at the Reds' Premier League game at Leeds, and there's an acceptance within FSG that steps need to be taken to repair relations with the fans. This is definitely a great step forward from the Liverpool owners, who are actually making sincere efforts to win back supporter trust. The club's fans must have felt totally alienated a few weeks ago, but John Henry has moved rather swiftly to appease local fans. We believe that it's a good move and should be replicated by other clubs, especially Manchester United, whose owners have never even apologised for being a part of the Super League conspiracy. Manchester United fans staged a massive protest that led to the postponement of their game against Liverpool. While the pitch invasion can be deemed harsh, it's clear that other owners are trying to make sure that they don't experience something similar. Fati suffers another setback. In a rather heartbreaking development, Barcelona star Ansu Fati is set to undergo yet another knee operation, which means that the 18-year-old's 2020-21 campaign, which was supposed to end following his participation at the Euros, is over. The youngster first went under the knife in November last year, and it was thought that he would make a swift recovery. Unfortunately, the issue hasn't gone away, and the youngster is now going to visit the medical staff of the national team. Barca have accepted that further medical assistance is required, as Fati's rehabilitation has not progressed as planned, and he remains stuck on the sidelines with no return date in sight. It's a sickening blow for the teenage forward, who had become the club's most important player alongside Lionel Messi before his injury. We wish the supremely talented Spaniard a speedy recovery and hope that he gets back to his best in no time. Manchester United making summer preparations. Now that they're almost nearing the conclusion of the current campaign, Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could already be making preparations for the next campaign. The Red Devils are all but assured of Champions League participation next season and are heading in the right direction. Manchester City might have won the league title in the end, without a lot of drama, but Pep Guardiola's men might not have it easy next time around. Chelsea are getting stronger with each passing day under Thomas Tuchel, and Manchester United need to continue backing the manager with the rebuild. The Red Devils badly need to sign a younger striker for the coming years rather than putting too much pressure on Mason Greenwood's shoulders. At the same time, the club needs to sign another defender. They might have tied down Eric Bailly to a new contract, but the Ivorian's injury record suggests that he might never be Harry Maguire's preferable partner in defence. Victor Lindelöf has been paired up alongside the England international, but the Swedish centre-back offers similar characteristics, meaning that both men are lacking pace. United simply need a defender who is quick off the blocks, and you can expect them to try and sign another striker as well. Reportedly, the club is monitoring Rafael Varane's situation at Real Madrid. The 28-year-old is rumoured to be on the lookout for a new club in the summer, and United might make a move as long as Varane shows any interest. The club's need for a new striker has been well documented. Currently, the club has been trying to move heaven and earth in order to hold on to Edinson Cavani for one more season. The veteran forward has been a revelation, and Solskjaer knows how important it is for the club to have him around for a little bit longer. Anthony Martial was seen as the club's answer to the number 9 dilemma. Sadly though, the Frenchman's performances haven't been that great. He's struggled to score goals and cuts a rather forlorn figure. But even if Cavani does say yes to another season in England, at the age of 34, nobody expects the Uruguayan international to play every single game next season. This is why the club's need to bring a world-class striker to Old Trafford remains. According to rumours, Manchester United owners have decided to spend £90 million on Tottenham star Harry Kane. The England international's spell in the Premier League has been nothing short of extraordinary. He's been scoring goals for fun and now wants to experience something different. At Spurs, Kane is unlikely to win any major piece of silverware, and maybe him coming to United is what would help Ola mount a successful title challenge next season. However, we're pretty sure that Daniel Levy is going to fall off his chair laughing if he sees a £90 million bid for Kane arrive on his desk. Spurs would want some sort of world record fee for the 27-year-old, so United will have to think bigger. Jose Mourinho's descent continues. After he was fired by Tottenham, it became clear that Mourinho was unlikely to manage a big team one day. The Portuguese tactician has refused to change in a changing world, and he's the same manager he was when he first splashed onto the scene at FC Porto. It was quite surprising when AS Roma announced that the Portuguese tactician would be managing the club from next season. The capital club has struggled a lot this season, and following a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Sampdoria, the Champions League is also off the table. Paulo Fonseca has had his issues, but we doubt that AS Roma will actually be a footballing masterpiece in the Serie A next season with Jose at the helm. He might call himself the special one, but the former Chelsea and Real Madrid manager offers nothing special to football clubs anymore. At Tottenham, the only visible plan we saw was giving the ball to Harry Kane and Heung-min Son and expecting the star duo to conjure something out of thin air. Can these tactics work at Roma, where the squad is built in such a way that any manager can't afford to rely on a couple of players to get the job done? So is the move to Roma the continuation of the once serial winner's descent? Well, we'll find out in a few months. Manchester City show PSG how it's done. Manchester City are through to the final of the Champions League for the first time in their history. The citizens actually strolled past Paris Saint Germain, who offered nothing much in the second half of both ties. In fact, the French outfit's attack was as docile as that of Dijon, who are set to play in Ligue 2 next season. To be honest, watching the game at the Etihad, we realised that no matter how many good players you've got in your team, if the tactics aren't right, you'll never get the best out of them. PSG have quite a star-studded squad. Marquinhos is no ordinary defender. The Brazil international is a fine goalscorer and quite an aerial presence. Alessandro Florenzi is one of the finest fullbacks in the game going forward. Marco Verratti's composure in midfield is second to none, while Leandro Paredes can keep things ticking in midfield at will. Neymar is one of the most technically gifted players on the planet and can change the outcome of a game without needing any support. Mauro Icardi, on the other hand, knows his way to goal. Sadly, all of these players failed spectacularly in England. You must be wondering why we didn't mention Angel Di Maria's name. Well, you can't doubt the Argentine winger's class. He's still as good as he was a few years ago, but on Tuesday night, his end product and decision-making was nowhere to be found. The former Real Madrid man has played plenty of Champions League finals in his career and should have led the team from the front. Sadly though, after failing to capitalise on Edison's error, the veteran winger started making decisions that don't look well on someone with his experience. His end product was lacking, and there were times when he decided to test the Manchester City keeper on his own. He was eventually sent off for lashing out at Fernandinho, who did quite well to wind up the Argentine international. In the end, Neymar was seen trying to do something on his own, with minutes left to salvage the tie. And with Kylian Mbappe unfit for the game, PSG's attack was sterile at best. City, on the other hand, knew exactly what they wanted. Phil Foden was at his best, and Riyad Mahrez was in great form, scoring 2 goals and making quite the nuisance of himself. So the wait for a Champions League trophy goes on for the French giants. Meanwhile, Pep Guardiola and company will be dreaming of making history. Messi-Neymar pairing could happen. Following PSG's elimination from the Champions League, it does somehow look likely that Neymar and Lionel Messi will play together once again. In the realms of all possibilities, Neymar knows that he can realise his full potential if he's teamed up with his former teammate once again. PSG know that they need more than just Neymar and Mbappe to win the Champions League. The latter might be looking to leave after bearing witness to yet another European disappointment. That could open the door for the Ligue 1 side to make a move for Messi, whose contract is almost up and hasn't agreed on an extension yet. Barcelona, of course, would want to hold on to their iconic captain though. It's already been reported that Messi wants Barcelona to show some ambition in the transfer market, and after promising him a Neymar reunion for years, perhaps this summer is when it happens. Of course, the Catalan giants don't have the best of finances at the moment, but if they're able to let go of players like Samuel Umtiti, Ousmane Dembele and Philippe Coutinho, they'll have enough cushion to make a move for the Brazilian star. But then again, it all depends on who wants it the most. PSG are also set to make a move for Messi, and if that happens, Neymar would sign an extension and extend his sojourn at Parc des Princes. That might even convince Mbappe into doing the same. Our guess is that PSG would make a move for Messi and Barcelona might move a little late, since they've been forced to live within their means. What do you lot think? Let us know your take on this situation in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.